Alright, we're back for some more Final Fantasy XVI. Last time we defeated Titan Lost and killed Hugo. Um, I wonder if there's gonna be some sort of power imbalance because of this. But also, uh, Dion is gay. That's Bahamut. And, Joshua has arrived at Dion's post, and I don't know what they're going to talk about, but I'm kind of interested to see where Joshua's going with this whole Dion ploy. We're back home. The hideaway. There's Torgal. Maybe Jill's finally rested enough now.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
Oh, does nobody know about the death of Hugo yet? I mean, I guess it has been very recent. But I assume the Waloed. Ooh, maybe that's why so maybe he knew, the guy that was from Waloed knew that Sid was gonna kill him, and maybe now Waloed gets Dalmekia's power, or their kingdom, whatever you want to call it, the Republic. There we go. Oh, there's Jill.
Clive, you're back. I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more. Well, I'll be.
That's straight face.
All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
Hell yeah.
It's a long story.
Both in
For
one.
the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Hell yeah. She's back.
Otto,
It's pretty fire.
any word on the royalist movements since I've been away? Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian. Thank you. I will.
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I'm just that
May
good.
have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same.
It's not
Whatever
just
plans Kupka was
there
hatching with the
was
royalists,
straight up
he took them to his
Waludas
grave.
there.
As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs to him.
What the heck?
I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work
So
to
the
rescue
Waludas
Kupka
are
only
the
to invade his
royalists?
home, the mother
Okay.
crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
To
Do you know
take
the
their
tale of the
power.
blind men and the Adamantus? One
No.
can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
Oh, brother. A yap session is brewing.
The kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvari. In summary, I know not to what end the royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
Barnabas.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms.
Stop
And your
talking
Lord
in
Uncle has
riddles.
volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
Word.
What can I say? I
I've
am
only
human.
known of her
And
yapping.
we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
All that yapping's got you
I suppose we
getting
are.
gray hair at such a young age.
Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my.
Yes, it can.
Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying.
I can't stand you
Big
kids.
baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep
I
with
forget
us.
that their parents are
There
dead.
shall be no
Okay.
lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did.
Multiple times
Alas,
as well.
it seems you are the only one who has.
No,
To others, he
Joshua,
reveals naught.
as well as the
We
Sid
see
of
only
old.
that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot.
So Blackthorn, you ready to give me a new sword or what?
Thanks to Sid, the man who...
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Yes.
Just spreading the word.
So, the professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
Are we gonna visit his grave or
You're right.
something?
I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tong down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise.
What?
Me and my dad designed it together. Where other
What is
vessels
this
rely on the
thing?
fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
Full suit of armor, then.
Jesus Christ.
Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating.
lot.
Everything else fits onto it. I've
Ay,
got to
ay,
design a
ay.
list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to
Mid
do.
always got me doing some shit, bro.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
It's finally over. Oh, I skipped all that bullshit, by the way. There's no way. They talked my fucking head off for like an hour. There's no way I was good. Like, this is way too boring to make a video out of.
It's
I
finished.
will never,
It's finally finished.
ever interact with this woman unless needed.
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's 1 down and just 3 more to go. Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Yeah, I
Don't
promise
worry.
you I'm not doing this
Now they've got
again.
to finish one to work
I'll
off.
actually
My gang in
delete
Canva
this
can
game.
build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
I don't know why the game developers would do this. Like, this is like genuinely just boring and detrimental to the enjoyment of the game. It's so stupid.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming.
What are you thinking about your dead dad?
Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad
She is
planned.
thinking about her dead
So if the
dad.
worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now
And
she's
now
so
you're
close to
building
being
it.
finished. I realised that I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
Yeah, well, we'll see if
I'm
the
working
Blight
on that.
tears this world apart.
And I'll do
Yeah,
everything
Clive,
I
I
can
don't
to
know
get
how
you
you're
what you
supposed
want.
to stop the dilemma we had. Well,
Don't
I
you
guess
always?
destroying the mother crystals might get
All
rid
right.
of, not get rid of the Blight,
My
but
mind's
stop
made
the
up.
Blight.
As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Nick told me she was built.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty
No, it
work was
wasn't.
kind of
No, it
fun.
wasn't.
Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built
This is
place.
so fucking boring.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish.
These people have been talking my head
Wouldn't do
off
to
for the
keep
past
Lord Field of the Seven
hour.
Horses waiting now, would it?
That's
But after
hour.
he asked for me personally.
Gov will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
This is
You can count on me.
genuinely
Just be sure. we
bringing
see
down
those
the overall
markers.
experience. I don't know who cooked up this
Oh,
bullshit.
by the way, Jill will be
I'm not
joining us
talking
too.
about visiting
She's
Sid's
got some
grave,
things to take care
but
of, but she'll meet us there.
Midolda's whole fucking side quest. Or side main quest, because God forbid, right? At least Sid has a cool fucking logo. Although it just kind of looks like the Invictus now that I look at it.
Well, Sid. I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it.
Man, it sucks that he died. He was so cool. His voice is very dearly missed.
But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Yeah, well, Josh was off to
Even
it,
the
God
Phoenix
knows what.
can
Well,
bring
actually,
people back
no.
from the dead.
He's talking to Dion actually, which will hopefully lead to something.
Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance.
I assume Barnabas Thalmer is gonna be the next big
Not
bad.
as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Oh! What's his name? Goots? And Charon.
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
Honestly, seeing those rose petals for some, not rose petals, flower petals, for some reason reminded me of Final Fantasy X. And I really want to see a Final Fantasy X remake. I feel like that game would be beautiful.
Sites like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them.
Alright, we gotta
The
kill
only one that
the
remains
destroy
in
the mother
Storm is Drake's
crystals
tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
to
Our next
stop
target.
them from destroying the Earth.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got
Oh,
the place.
one of the Empire, really?
Not that that'll stop you.
Isn't that Bahamut's
Do well to
place?
scout it out before you go charging in.
It's a little.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the
Interesting.
Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Well, yeah, what
Oh,
is
I am
Good supposed to
sorry. Have
do?
you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise
wouldn't worry
yourselves as
about
the
it.
attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot.
Damn, Goots is a big fucking guy. Look at
There's
those
a
hands.
caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Oh, okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
That is kind of fun.
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
What about Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
No.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Very resourceful man.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
I suggest that you speak.
I'm gonna stop recording. Jesus Christ, finally. I think I'm done with all the fucking fetch quests. I did not record any of it for obvious reasons.
Father has no knowledge of Ultima. I am. I have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert an influence on Sanbreque. But be that as it may, it It is yet to claim my father.
Your father's just a total
Better
piece
or
of shit.
worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
The fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts. And more than a few at that.
Bahamut and the Phoenix sitting at a dinner table is kind of crazy.
Turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Oh, you showed him your ultimate scar?
Your Highness, you will join me in my fight.
No, he's busy.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade.
Is that what you're telling yourself?
If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
Hugo Kupka is no more. That's not true.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss.
How do you know about
Lives
this?
of every man, woman, and child in the twins are at stake.
Ooh, maybe that's to do with what he saw in the past.
But I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them.
Word.
Come what may.
Dion spitting facts. What is the significance of this flower?
What do you know of my blood?
Oh, we're back to this conversation.
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding.
You're a whore. What do you know about
Alas.
pure breeding? Your blood has to be
bloodline
tainted
runs
with
through the Oriflamme
STDs.
from a whore who weighed her child's worth in gil.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies.
Should
Why
you
not just
remain
make them a
loyal
truth?
to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready. Your Imperial Highness.
Dude, don't tell me you're actually gonna fucking listen to her.
Emperor Olivier expects...
Honestly, dude, if you fly as Bahamut for Olivier, I lose all fucking respect for you.
May your fire
You're a
reduce
bitch,
his
and you deserve
enemies
whatever happens
to
to you.
ash. Till all of Valisthea bows to
And if
its
you do
rightful
really
ruler.
fly for him, I hope Clive fucks your bitch ass up for not having a fucking dick to stand up. Jesus Christ. You're so pathetic. You're letting her walk all over you. Pisses me off. Have some self-respect. You better plot that fucking rebellion, dude. Make that whore's lies a truth.
There is another darkness that has taken hold of Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength
Kill
you have
her!
shall be yours.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Now, of course, that animosity is only towards a Dion
Let us take to the skies together.
that might actually
We will
fly
dawn to
for
Valisthea.
Olivia. He hasn't done it yet.
I should like nothing more.
But, we'll see. Take to the skies, and I hope that Clive guts you like the coward you are. Or stand your ground. And I hope that, you know, you fuck shit up.
Terence,
My prince.
tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
What are you about to do?
We dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
That's not what I asked you.
Thank you. This is my decree. For their crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella shall be put to death. And restored.
Oh my god! Peak! 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 Favorite character? Maybe. I think we're gonna have to end it there. Alright, that has me hype. That made up for 99.9% of the frustrations of this video. I listen. I didn't know Dion had that dog in him. But god damn. I am so excited to see more about Dion.